The voice's Reba McEntire is unrecognizable in never-before-seen family photo. Reba McEntire kicked off the holiday season with a trip down memory lane and shared throwback snapshots, which left fans stunned. The voice coach treated her 2.8 million Instagram followers to some epic photos from the past, and you need to see them to believe them. The first image showed Reba cooking up a storm with a family member believed to be her grandmother. Reba McEntire shares personal insight into working with ex-husband before multi-million-dollar divorce. She wore a headscarf to keep her famous red tresses away from her face, and the heavy bangs she rocks today were nowhere to be seen. Reba stared directly at the camera and had a wry smile. She was standing in the old-fashioned kitchen, wearing a blue t-shirt. She promoted her cookbook in the caption that read, "The holidays are just a little sweeter when you spend them in the kitchen with family." Fans rushed to comment on the photo and insisted she hadn't aged a day. They wished her a happy holidays and said she was as beautiful today as she was back then. A couple of days after Thanksgiving, Reba delivered another head-turning look from days gone by. This time, she rocked a huge 80s hairdo as she stood alongside a piano wearing a festive red sweater with a cozy fireplace behind her. "It's officially Christmas," she wrote, but it was her appearance which got fans talking. "We love a vintage throwback," said one, while a second quipped, "This is spectacular." While her fans loved seeing Reba's hair transformation, she's confessed she has some regrets when it comes to her flame-red locks. "In the early 80s, I got a perm," she told Glamour when asked about any hair regrets. "I have natural curly hair, and so when my hair would be a little past my shoulders with a perm, it was just super tight because if you add a perm to natural curly hair, it looks angry." And it did. In the 90s, she cut it all off, which was a decision she didn't take lightly but ultimately loved. "It was freedom," she said of the dramatic makeover. "I loved it. It was in 96 or 97 when I cut my hair off, and it was freeing. But you know what? I had to talk to my management and my stylist who did my hair, because it took almost a year for me to talk them into letting me cut my hair. They told me my hair was my image. You got your big hair all jacked up to Jesus. You can't cut your hair off." And I said, "Well, it'll give you something else to talk about." And they said, "Oh,